Alter egos have been a part of the fabric of being a human being since the dawn of time. Martin Luther King had an alter ego that he used to write his speeches. He called it his distinguished self. Winston Churchill used to stand in front of a wall of hats and say, "Which self should I be today?" There is no one you. Human beings can be many things, many faces. Play around, be creative, build an alter ego to bring out your absolute best.
In Shakespeare's Macbeth, Ophelia's death symbolizes a life spent tolerating manipulations. Her death denotes a desire to take control of her life for once. Grief and PTSD drive Ophelia to madness. She suffers overwhelming feelings of hopelessness and powerlessness. Others wield power over her. In the water, she didn't struggle to escape the river. Instead, she sung snatches of old odds. Finally, the weight of the water seeps into her thick and heavy clothes and pulls her under the water. The Ophelia syndrome is abandoning a childhood self for a more sophisticated facade. Never being true again. A vulnerable self is a spontaneous, authentic experience. A feeling of being alive, being real. The false self is a defensive facade. It lacks spontaneity. It feels dead and empty. A mere appearance of being real, always knowing something, but never thinking of it. That is the unthought known. The uncanny invisible hand. The unthought known refers to early trauma occurring before the development of speech. It determines unconscious behavior. It's barred to conscious thought. It's symbolic imagery. It's not words but emotion. The uncanny is something outside one's familiar knowledge or perceptions. PTSD symptoms are uncanny, like a flashback, panic attacks, hallucinations, and night terrors. All altered states of consciousness. Uncanny effects result in repetition compulsion. Reliving negative experiences hoping for a new or better outcome. Uncanny is concealed, hidden, and secret, even scary. Everything is scary that ought to have remained secret and hidden, but has come to light. An alter ego allows finding oneself defined by their terms. An alter ego helps you bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be.
Imagine you were taking care of yourself, like you were someone you cared for, which is rule number 2, by the way, essentially. Then you should figure out, well, if you could have what you needed and wanted, what would it be? What sort of friends would you have? What would your family relationships look like? How would you conduct yourself with your children? How would you educate yourself? You need to think through how it is that your life could be properly arranged if you had that ability. And then you can aim at that. And the funny thing is that if you do posit a goal of that sort and work towards it, you will move towards it. The goal will change because you'll learn things along the way.
I have a secret alter ego. A young woman. Her name is Ophelia. I've told you about her before. She is the creative, vulnerable part of me. She never got out of the tub. When my suicidal mother attempted drowning me at age 7. Dormant for decades. Repressed.
You buried your feminine self. The same way I buried mine. Because it's related to your mother. It's something you never want to be. Vulnerable. But now you're finally coming to terms with it. Your mother was not a villain. She was a hurting woman who made bad choices. You're learning to love every part of yourself. Ophelia's slowly coming out of that tub. Because she's realizing it's safe now. You aren't repressing her anymore. Like emotion towards your mother. You're healing. Your journey to self-discovery is still underway. There's hope. Ophelia is an alter ego you created to survive. She's the missing piece. Everything you need and didn't get. She is motherly love. But she is also feminine emotion.
After 60 years, Ophelia comes out of the water on a big black unicorn. And she is laughing. And so pissed. Raging courage. Faster. Faster than fear. That's courage.